Hello. I'm making this video in my back garden because I was hoping to film my chickens because I love them, but they are apparently a bit camera shy. They're actually under, I'm sitting on a deck of a cubby house and they're underneath there. So if they come out, I'll include them. But the reason I wanted to is because I just love them really in some joyful way. My love told me the other day that she thinks it's because my inner child loves them, which I think is true. But if they come out, I'll get them at some point on one of these. They're venturing out now. I'll let them, I won't move quickly and perhaps they'll come up to me. But anyway, the other reason I'm making this video is not just about the chickens. It's about fear. Perhaps like the chickens, I don't know, that wasn't intentional, but now it appears to be. So a lot of people I know, and if this is not you, I'm not referring to you. If you're listening to this going, I didn't do that, then I'm not referring to you in that case. But one of the responses I've had a lot to me writing my book, Tempted, and unpacking my thoughts on Christian theology, probably by far the main response is people who are Christian or who are, you know, at least, I guess, have been Christian, obviously still feel an affinity to that belief system, writing to me, telling me that they haven't read the book, which is up to them, which is fair enough. They haven't read the book, but then going on to tell me why it's wrong and explaining, and in doing, and the way that normally happens is just unpacking the same theology that I've obviously heard for the vast majority of my life, given that I've spent the vast majority of my life in Christianity, telling me that again as if I hadn't heard it at all, as if it was the first time, and explaining that that's why I'm wrong without listening to anything I have to say. And it's so ironic. It doesn't surprise me at all because I used to be a Christian, so I get it. I know that's the response, right? It's we're so trained to be afraid of opinion that is outside of the realm of what we know, outside of the realm of our comfort. And look, wait a second, I might be able to get her on the screen. I don't even know what you saw there because I was holding it to her. I'll have a look when I go to edit this. But that's the response, is that fear. And I totally get it. And I know it so well from years of hearing things that would challenge, because that's what happens, right? If you've been indoctrinated, or, you know, a system that kind of relies on some kind of coercive control to keep you in it, is that you can't look outside of it, you can't question. And I remember that feeling so well from years of hearing someone say something and feeling that, oh no, you know, like I can't think about that. And obviously in my case, eventually I did. And over a long time that happened. But yeah, I guess I just wanted to say, if that's you, if you hear someone who you used to know, or you do know, in different people's cases, challenging the belief system that you hold so close to your heart, or if you don't know me at all, and if it's just challenging because it's a person who used to believe these things and doesn't, I get it. I see you. I've been there. And there is another way. There is another way to be. You don't have to stay in fear. But obviously, it's also each person's choice what they do, and each person's choice where they're comfortable. And obviously, it's each person's choice what they want to read or not. guess that's just my response to that phenomena of writing to say, without listening to anything you have to say, you're wrong because of all the reasons. Anyway, it's boring even talking about that. It's a beautiful day. I can feel the breeze. Got to see the chickens. They're out now. They're not under the cupboard anymore. They're scratching around in the dirt. It's fascinating, you know, because I've lived in this house for almost 3 years. Oh, 3 years almost exactly. And every day they find new things in the dirt of the backyard just from scratching around foraging for food. Little relics like pieces of chipped pottery. I found one of those today. Old pieces of bottles, 50 years old pieces. I found a blade of a saw, circular saw. Well, they found it rather, and I picked it up earlier today as well. Who would know? Who would be able to think that after 3 years, chickens would still be digging things up in one single backyard? Much love.